There we go. There we go, there we go. Let's see if we can get this to share. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and get started here. So we got our animatic kind of set, right? In fact, let's just go ahead and play it real quick, just kind of see where we're at. Fate is in my hands. Dr. Fate. Alright, so basically the magic comes in. He's sitting there with the magic. He's doing his thing. He flies off screen. He comes back on screen. He creates a dimension. A bunch of crazy magic happens. And then he puts his hand out saying, "Your fate is in my hands." Then we got our title card at the end. I think that's really cool. We got a great dynamic flow going on. So let's just go ahead and try outlining a simple, straightforward design. I got my concepts over here. I wonder if there's a way I can... Maybe next time I do a drawing, I'll have a separate screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at as far as references, but there's one common thing in all of the Dr. Fate designs that I really like, and it's the idea of a gold helmet that kind of flares out at the bottom and has like a fin that kind of comes all the way down the middle of the helmet, and then he has two glowing eyes and no mouthpiece or whatever. Very mysterious, very intimidating kind of look. So let's just go ahead and just try to draw the helmet. So I have my keyboard hasn't been working correctly, so I've been having to kind of do something a little off brand here. I got a wired keyboard. I think something like that. Not only that, we may have to... I might have to turn the transparency on this down a little bit, because it's one thing to have it, but it's another thing to have it on and it's still being so visible. It's like it's almost dominating everything still. Let's just bring it down to about 50%. I can't really see it. So the curvature on that is a little... I don't know, we could probably manipulate it just a little bit more. let's see how that does when we make sure we save. Let's flip it. Let's see if that really rocks. I kind of like the bottom. I like how the point is and how it's flaring a little bit. A little bit. We can probably do better though. What we can do is just manipulate the top. That's actually kind of almost there. That's almost what I'm thinking of. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and just draw the fin. And we won't put like we'll make it a hard line, but we won't put it all the way down, because what we're trying to do is just show like, hey, this line is here, but it's not actually separating the helmet. I'm kind of messing up here. Oh, that's why I did it. Let's put on our eraser. Let's just erase that real quick. Let's get our pen tool. Now let's draw some eyes. Let's do something really menacing. Let's do some anime style kind of eyes, but I don't think it's deep enough. Let's make those eyes just a little bit deeper. Something like that, yeah. Something like that there. And I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave just a little bit of a line there past the iframe, just to kind of help show how deep cut the eye actually is in there. Clean up some of these little edges here of the line, but we'll probably bring the eye over just a little bit, bring it down just a little bit. What's bothering me is I want to kind of bring this helmet in just a little bit like that, make it a little sharper. Let's clean up some of these little tails here. And with that, kind of like that, maybe? So now let's just go ahead and erase all this over here, and let's just flip it. Even though we already did that, we have a little bit more going on. So let's just save, flip it. Let's connect it right there like that. See, something that's happening I don't like is that it doesn't quite really line up 100%. I want it to be a direct reflection. I thought it would be a closer connect, but it's not, which is fine. We'll make do. We'll make it work. It's gonna be kind of like, so we're gonna really exemplify the fin here. Oh snap. Just really want to show how much of a difference this fin makes. And also, this is not even. Yeah, if it were even, it would be a little closer to that right there. Yeah, look at that. Just already, this is looking pretty cool. It's looking pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I'm already getting excited. I don't like how the eye is like touching the fin like that. In fact, do we really need to show, just looking at my references, I think we can get away with not showing this line. So let's just get rid of that. We could probably get rid of this too, honestly. And what we're really gonna see in this is more highlights and stuff, not necessarily like more lines, but just more highlights. And that's where I think we can probably put more highlights and shadows and reflections and stuff in the helmet on the back end after we finish all the coloring and stuff. This is definitely a character we're going to need to really do that to kind of help exemplify some of the effects and textures and stuff. But I think we got enough to at least define the fin that's going on. I think we got a really cool design of the character. I could probably take this all the way up. Yeah. We need to do that. Also, save. I see some stuff that has the ears poking out, and I see others that don't. This one has the ears poking out. That one has the ears poking out. I see some that don't have the ears poking out, but I see a majority of these having the ears poking out. And I see some that have lines going throughout this thing, but I also see in some of these designs I'm seeing from other artists. Let's tighten up these eyes a little bit. There's kind of a rim around the eyes. Boom, like that. Yeah, there's a rim. Yeah, I see now. I see why they did it like that, because it makes it very it really deepens the look. I'm gonna do some cleanup here. Jeez. Whoop, too much. This thing's being stubborn. I don't know if that helped any. It's little things like that just bothers me. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, this part is kind of irksome, but you gotta get through it. Gotta do it. It's those little details. So I do see some that have, and so this is where we can kind of make it our own. You know, we don't have to do it exactly like somebody else does it, but it does offer us a chance to be different, to be creative. I'm just gonna kind of do something here. I don't know what I'm doing. This is our Dr. Fate. We can make it how we want to make it. Let's see. Might be too many lines. But I do like how there's a, like, let's take these middle lines out. Let's probably connect these lines to the eye. That's just gonna make it cooler, right? Always like being cooler. I think what I want to do is just connect these lines at the top. And we're still on the helmet. We haven't even gotten to the rest of the outfit. So just imagine. We're gonna bring this all the way down. And then we're gonna save. Then we're gonna do a design that comes all the way down the helmet here. So I like these lines in it because it gives it more of a architectural kind of feel. Almost like a, what do you call the place? Like the Vatican or something. Because, I mean, he is deeply tied to magic. I'm not saying Catholicism is magic, but I'm just saying the idea of it is kind of cool, right? The idea of how this character is, he has this look to him that is like, whoa, we're doing some mystical things. I like it. I think we can stop there as far as design. This one's a little bit higher than the other one. Let's just bring it down just a little bit like that. Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. Take it back. So that's good right there. Touch up some of these finer details. Save. Now let's put the ear in here. Let's copy it. Save. Flip it. Let's bring it to the other side. Pop it in there. Boom. Now you got you a bona fide Dr. Fate helmet. I tell you what, it looks a little fat. So let's just narrow it up a little bit. Just squish it just a little bit. Save. I think that's tight. That's tight right there. So now that we have the helmet, a lot of this is gonna flow a lot easier. We're gonna have to draw the body next. So this is actually the beginning of the animation, if I'm not mistaken. Let's turn the animatic back on. It's like being magic, magic, magic. We'll come back and do the magic afterwards. Let's really focus on the main object of this whole animation, which is Dr. Fate. It's gonna be the helmet first, and then the person's the body, and then the cape is gonna be the next part. The cape is gonna be a lot of movement, a lot of flowing action and stuff like that. So we'll go from there. But let's just go ahead and take this. Let's group it so it's one item. So I can just grab it like that. And then we're gonna copy it. Let's go to the next screen. Paste it. It's gonna shrink up just a little bit. Actually, let's just copy the animatic completely. So however tall it is, that's however tall it's gonna be there too. Let's go here. It's gonna get ever so smaller again. Copy, copy. All right, so this is where the body has completely come in by this point. And what's gonna happen is I'll probably use the transparency tween to just kind of make it start appearing. It'll fade in. This is where the head's gonna be bobbing up and down. I'm not gonna worry about doing the bobbing up and down motion just yet, because we still need to draw the whole body, and then we'll just animate the body moving and stuff like that after the fact. But since we're at this point, we're actually gonna be drawing Dr. Fate's body. I think we can just go ahead and save. We can go ahead and put our layers down and just focus on the full white screen right here. Let's zoom in a little bit. And now this is where what I'm gonna do. So I have a previous frame with the helmet, so I don't have to worry about messing up on this frame, the drawing frame. And then I still have the completely white frame right next to it, but I'm gonna probably use the previous one and the current one to kind of draw. And I'm also gonna use the layer right under it to draw a little bit too. And this is where it's gonna get a little tricky. You have to be able to draw what you're thinking of onto the screen while also looking at all the chaos and stuff as well. So let me just get right in here. So we'll just go ahead and draw the neck. You know what? I'm just gonna freehand this thing. We'll draw the neck. This is that's his shoulders right there, right? So we'll do some shoulders kind of like that. His arm is going to be kind of tucked a little bit. So Dr. Fate is not a huge dude. He doesn't have giant rippling muscles or anything like that. So I want to try to stay away from drawing like that. But what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm gonna freehand it. I'm gonna get into drawing his body structure. I'm just gonna draw his torso and his upper body as one unit first, and then we'll get to the arms. Because doing it that way is gonna help us to really balance out the arms after the fact. It's going to help us maintain his size as well, because like I said, he's not a bodybuilder. He's not Shazam or Black Adam or Superman with these huge rippling muscles. He's honestly, he's just a regular dude that just so happened to be possessed by a magical helmet, which we all know how that feels, right? And I would say, every superhero has some sort of muscle tone, but it's not gonna be he's not gonna be a huge guy. Just bring it in, just tone it down a little bit. It's not proportional at all, but we don't care about that right now. What I care about is making sure he's got a nice little waist there. Yeah, girl, get that waist right there. And let's bring his back and his shoulders in a little bit. So my animatic drawing is probably way too big. What I'm basing this off of, because I'm already just slimming this thing in. I think that is gonna be good. And so I see some images of Dr. Fate with it's like a skin tight kind of outfit, and I see others who are just like a more loose fabric kind of outfit, which I think we'll go with the muscle tone outfit with the loose gloves. I think that is cooler. then we'll modify it a little bit more. Yeah. I see. Okay, so we'll do that. It's nothing I can't handle. So let's just kind of go ahead and pre-draw. Again, not too muscly, but he's gonna have some muscle tone. See, right there he's got a thick neck, but we don't want a thick neck. We want a neck like that. And then I'm gonna kind of balance out his shoulders a little bit. Balance out those neck muscles a little bit. Actually, we'll probably get rid of this line right there altogether. And that will go up into the helmet like that. That's gonna come out on the side like that. Cool. And then this is where we're gonna kind of get creative with some of our design. No. Give me that back. So if he didn't have a cape on, this is probably what I would put under. Kind of like this. And then I'll do the ankh. That's completely not right. But I'm not worried about being right now. We're just having fun. We're just drawing. We're just doing something that feels right. As we draw it, it's like, oh yeah, that's cool. That looks cool. Right? Let's just get rid of this, get rid of this. Some of our previous lines that we made before. Let's get rid of that, get rid of that. Let's connect these right there. So let's give him a chest. Boom, boom. Look at that. That boy works out. Actually, so it's gonna be probably like a plate or something right under. And then this chest right here. Right? We could probably bring some of these plate things down. I do want to show some neck. So let's actually get rid of this. And let's do some of this plate design thing down. Some like that. Kind of like that. But what's gonna happen? What's gonna be neat about this that I'm already digging. Save. Let's make sure we save every few minutes. If this is gonna come into that, and this is gonna come into that. So this is gonna come into that. Up. See, this is too big. This is gonna come into that, and this is gonna come into that. So we can erase the neck right here, and we still see some of the neck, which I like. I like seeing some of that anatomy. Anatomy in character design is cool with superheroes. And we'll do some little plate things. I don't know why, but it just looks cool, looks neat. And we'll actually bring this line down to right there. Cool. And we'll do some lines to kind of show. He's of the magical realm. More detail is better. I mean, detail just makes it stand out a little bit. So let's bring the. I don't want to shrink his neck too much, but what I want to do is bring it in some so I can put some shoulder meat right there. And if need be, when we get to the actual final outline drawing, we can just always go back and put. Actually, we have to draw the cape. I forgot about that. This is detail we might not even see. We still have to draw the cape on top of this. But that's neither here nor there. So let's go ahead and draw his belt. The belt is gonna be. We're gonna do it like this. We're gonna do our own thing a little bit. So it's actually gonna be kind of like that. So again, we're drawing inspiration from, but we're not completely using someone else's style. We can go ahead and get rid of these lines right here. See, the belt has a centerpiece that's kind of like a circle. Kind of like that there. And then it's going to come down like this. Boom, boom, boom. Cool, cool, cool. We can get rid of these lines here. Save. Now let's back up a little bit. Now let's just take some of these chaotic lines out and just look at what we got. So already that's looking pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I love where it's going. I love how we're getting there. Don't love the legs. So let's just get rid of the legs real quick. Let's get rid of all that. I think we got a nice little design here. Let's get rid of this line here. Let's just bring this line up because we know what it's for, but all right, let's make sure we save. Cool, cool, cool. Let's turn chaos back on. Let's get back into our drawing a little bit. So I think what we're gonna do is just bring that line a little bit higher right there like that. And then go like this. So again, let's do it over here like that. And then like this. Actually, no, I don't think I'm liking that too much. I think what the problem is this belt section here. Let's just erase those lines. Because what we're trying to do is make sure he still looks, he has that thin physique that a superhero has. But while still showing that, you know, he's not muscle bound. And you know what it is? It's the belt. It's throwing me off. So I think what we're gonna have to do, and I hate it, but we're gonna have to just get rid of it completely. What we'll do, we'll draw the anatomy the way we want it, and then we'll come back and do the belt after the fact. So nothing's really lost completely in this. It's just a discovery. Excuse me. Just gotta wipe my nose real quick. Went for a run earlier, and I'm still kind of recovering over it. All the sweaty nose and stuff like that. What we could probably do, since we have him like this, we could probably turn him so he's probably like this or something. It doesn't have to be a straight on kind of thing. We could probably, yeah, let's see. This is what I love about this. You just start creating, you start doing. Let's see if we can since we got him like that, let's turn the animatic back on. So we can probably put this shoulder up a little bit, because he's gonna have this arm up and he's gonna have that arm down like this, so he'll probably be like that or something. So let's see if we can. So this is where we kind of have to get ahead of ourselves just a little bit. So his neck will probably be, his shoulder is going to be higher and his neck is going to be closer. So if his arm's like that. Turn some of this off because I can't really see where I'm going with it. So the shoulder is going to be down. His body's going to be twisted some. What it is right in here. I can do this. I can make him. Going to be elongated down there. While this shoulder will be up a little bit more. So the shoulder is closer to us as far as the screen. It probably needs to come closer to the face. And this probably needs to go away, something like that. See, that might be, that's a strong JoJo's Bizarre Adventures kind of look to it. Which may be too much. That may be too, there's a word for it. I want to say it's contrapposto. If I'm not mistaken, that's when the hips are aligned in a way to help show more diverse angles and more energy in the style. Instead of doing straight up hips like that, you can do the shoulders like this and the hips. It's supposed to help make it more dynamic. JoJo's Bizarre Adventures is amazing with a lot of feminine, vogue poses and postures. But now that I'm doing it, I don't know if it's really going to be necessary. I don't know if it's going to be necessary in this one. Excuse me. I can see it though. I can see how it would be pretty cool. But maybe we don't have to go that far. So, you know what? Let's just go back to what we were doing. Let's just make it easy. Let's make it easy, but we will make this easier on ourselves. Something like that. Let's draw. It's a groin area here. See, there you go. That's your anatomy right there. That's your boy. But this is not the end-all be-all of how we're going to be doing this. Like I said a minute ago, we were drawing the belt. We still got to draw that belt. We still got to get it in here. So let's just go to the previous layer. Let's put that down. Let's come up with a belt design that we like. So now we got the hips. Let's do something that really follows the hips. And it follows this. Follows that right there. I don't know if I like this little point here. So let's do something that's a little more curved. Kind of like that. It's going to be a circle in the middle. Let's do that right there. That right there. Just like that. I still don't know if I really like this belt, honestly. I mean, it's not a huge deal right now. It's nothing that we necessarily need to commit to. Something like that there. I don't know. I don't like the belt, but honestly, I can't really come up with anything much better. I don't see much better up here, on here, either. All of them have like an amulet in it. I will say that much. There's like an amulet. I mean, I don't even see all of them with a huge belt like that. Let's do something different here. Let's keep it like that, but let's just keep it like that, man. And on top of that, let's get rid of this Ankh thing. Save. So we make this a little smaller. Let's get rid of this. Save again. I see some like this, and it brings it right on around, keeping it simple. kind of like that. But then let's look at some of these other pictures. There's some that just really has this thing. I think I like those better. Let's do this. Let's get rid of all this. Let's put a nice little line that goes all the way through. Let's make it a little bit wider. Something like that there. Some lines like that. Let's get rid of this altogether. Like that. Let's just make it one straight line all the way across, man. Let's make the design a little bit easier to understand. And have that like almost like that Egyptian god kind of look. There's a rim around that too, isn't there? Yep, sure is. Before I did that, I should have drew the rim. Like that. I don't know why I'm getting so detailed in this, but sometimes doing this detail right here like this just really, I've heard it before, it really helps. And that chest is actually really low now that I look at it. Just bring it up, shrink it down some right there like that. Boom, boom, boom. Yep. All this would come up and would tighten up a little bit. Cool, cool, cool. So now we have space to put the arms in, and we kind of have the design down a little bit. Let's go ahead and grab this belt. Cool. So now we got to give him some arms. Let's give our guy some arms. Let's just go ahead and bring his legs together real quick. None of this right here is going to matter. So we're there a little bit, but we need to draw these arms. That's where our magic is going to happen. We don't really need the outline on right now. Well, we don't need that on. What we do need is, oh yeah, we do actually. So we're just kind of filling in. So let me get so the arm is right there. Let's keep track of that. And then the hand is actually going to come around like this. So let's see if we can tighten up on this arm a little bit. It's actually going to be more muscle toned. His bicep will probably be kind of like that. Be kind of like that there. We're going to bring it up some so it's a little thinner. Not as much tricep, so make it a little thinner again. Kind of like right there in the middle. See what we're looking at, what we're looking for here is the fact that something like that there, the wrist is supposed to be down. The fingers are supposed to be kind of out like this. Index finger might be a little long. Let's turn the chaos off. See what we got. Let's just make the shoulder a little smaller. What we'll do is we'll bring this arm down a little bit. Arm is still really big, unnecessarily so. So we'll bring it down just a little bit like that. Down like that. Each section. The whole arm, the forearm, now the hand. Now the shoulder is really big too, honestly. Let's bring this in. Boom, boom, boom. A little bit longer. And actually, it might not be so long like that. Well, what we're missing here, I think, is some foreshortening. Because this might actually be a little closer. It might be a little wider because it's coming out at us a little bit more. So all of this might be a little wider, kind of like that. Kind of like this. But again, I don't know if wider is really the answer. What I want to see is how it looks. Kind of like that, but kind of like that there a little bit. That's close. I don't know. I don't know if I like that at all. I don't like it at all. It's just way off. Now the hand, I might be able to work with. The hand, I can work with that. I can fix that. So let's put that over there. I was trying to grab the other one. There we go. It's the forearm for me, really. I think this is close, right? Kind of like that, right? And the other one, I need to animate it back on. It would be kind of like this. No, see, it will be out a little further. Kind of like that. But then you wouldn't see this. You wouldn't see any of that. Kind of like that there. And the hands will be throbbing with magic. Yeah. I like where that's going. I like that a lot. Probably bring the shoulder in just a little bit more. I don't think it would be so massive. Again, he's not a huge guy. You gotta keep that in mind at all times. So get rid of that, get rid of that. Get rid of this again too. Let's make sure we're saving. Always saving. Let's erase this a little bit. Boom. I could probably turn this hand so you can see the thumb a little bit. Kind of like that. And how is this actually done? It's just like a palm. So we're just seeing the palm, really. Kind of like that. See it kind of like that there. Boom. So another really cool feature with this that I want to make sure we capture. I don't know what's going on with this. Get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's tighten that up. Save. What I could probably do is put some more muscle tone to that thing right there. Let's get rid of that line there. So one thing I want to make sure we capture in this drawing is the gloves. He wears gloves. And he wears these like the cool, almost like old school Batman gloves. Whereas like this here, well actually let's do it on a different layer. Kind of like that there. Oh man, it's tough to really. Kind of like that. Yeah. Kind of like that. So what we'll do, we'll erase this, we'll erase that, erase that, we'll erase that, erase all of that right there, right there. We'll still put some kind of like muscle tone to it. A little curve. Show that he's got some muscly forearms. We'll put some creasing lines in there too. Still just a pre-drawn. This isn't even the final drawing. Excuse me. Let's get rid of that, those two lines right there. Make sure we're saving. Let's just go ahead and copy these gloves off. Just paste them in. I mean, I think that's really coming together. Again, what I hate is that we might not even see all the detail we put in the middle of the body right there. But what I'm gonna do to kind of help alleviate some of that worry is I'm gonna copy it. I'm gonna put it off to the side, just in case we need to come back to it, right? But in the meantime, since we have our copy, get our erase tool and just start erasing all the details that we put in earlier. If the arm is going to be on top of it, we want it gone. If not, then it can stay. Just like that right there. And just like how we did with the body just now, we're gonna copy it. We're gonna put it off to the side. Save. Because what we're gonna do, let's go back to the main body. I wanna get his legs and I wanna kind of probably like cross them. Kind of like almost like he's stepping off. What we might have to do first is draw some legs that already have some muscle tone and stuff to it. And then just turn them. Oh yeah, see, by doing that, by shaping the anatomy how it's supposed to look and then moving it, a lot of times really helps with what you're trying to accomplish in the first place. Because what's going to happen is this muscle right here is going to scrunch up, and then this muscle right here is going to show the leg like that, and then we'll probably shrink the leg down and then just turn it all kind of like this here. What we're doing is we're showing that he's stepping forward kind of motion. Like that, yeah. Look at that. I think that looks pretty cool as compared to what we already have. Right? Doesn't it makes it more dynamic? I love dynamic. We'll still probably shape it up, probably clean it up a little bit more. Kind of like that. We'll take all the emphasis off of the in-between. Like that. And we'll make it just kind of tight, make it cool. Now we get to do the other really cool part, which is the cape, right? So the cape, I need another layer for that, right here. The cape, I mean, it's not going to be as complicated. So there's capes where it actually it has a brim above, and there's capes where it's just connected to his thing here. And actually, let's go back down and fix this real quick. So let's try a couple things. Let's try the cape like this, like that, and then let's put some like shoulder pads on them, things, where it's like it will be sitting here, connected to. You can do a cape like that, and actually I did this wrong. Look, because this is it's too close to his face. We can push the bounds a little bit more. Kind of like that. Boom. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. Like a funnel, right? And then I still don't really like how close it is to his face. Kind of like that. We can do that. We can make that happen. What I don't like is also just how low that is. Like the cape is too big. It might be too big. Let's try this again. Because this cape isn't as wild as like Spawn. Kind of like that. That can be done. We can do that. We could do that. I don't know though. I don't know. I think his cape droops down more. That's what I'm seeing in a lot of these pictures. In a lot of the pictures, it droops down. It doesn't go wild and do all the crazy stuff. But then what's this bolt for? I don't know what the bulge is for. Maybe let's just start with this right here. But then as we do that, the exaggerated brim around his head starts to make less and less sense. Might have to tailor this down so much to the point where we just take this out altogether. We can do that. We can do that. What does that look like? What does it look like? What kind of cape do we want here? Do something kind of like this. So one thing with that is I'm not sure I really like. I almost feel like the cape just takes away. So much that it's not even really cool. I don't know, maybe I'm just in my head about this. So now let's go back to save. Let's go back to this here. Where are you at? Arms. We'll have to cut out the shoulders. Cut this out, right? To the body. Cut all this out, right? These gloves though. Well, actually, I mean, all in all, I think that's pretty decent. It's not my favorite. The thing is, we don't have to cut out the body. We can put the cape behind him. So let's go back. Turn this back on. Save. So all the details we're cutting out here, right? Let's erase this. I don't like that anyway. can do a minimalized cape. So it's more like this. You know, it's funny because I got so excited to do this cape and everything, and then it's like, oh, but you don't really need to. Actually, you can take all this out. We don't really need all this. Yeah, I actually like that because we get to keep a lot of our design that we created. What I would probably do though, I feel like the helmet and everything is a little large. Let's find this helmet. Yeah, because it was a little big, right? Shrink it down some. I'll probably work these angles a little bit more and make it a little, we could probably tighten it up. But honestly, I mean, I don't think there's anything really wrong with that. I think we can, again, this is still the pre-draw, so we still got to go back and do the actual drawing. Tighten up his little love handles here. Bring it down. And you know what what I like about this? I kind of want to just draw Dr. Fate just right on here. Take this and actually just put it there. What we're gonna do now, I'm gonna take all of these drawings here. Put them all on one layer. What? Ay. That's right? Yeah, right hand, left hand. Alright, so, this is cool. Let me just rearrange some of my things here. Pre-draw, foreground, background. Pre-draw is good. I'm trying to decide whether I want to put this in here and just make a quick snapshot of this. I mean, it wouldn't take nothing but a second. save. Make sure you're always saving. Let's turn this background off so I can make sure that I'm actually coloring this. I am, but something is off. Why are you like that? What's off with you? Something's still off. Just trace it. That looks good. Trying to color this thing. I tell you what, I think what we're gonna do is just color this. We'll take a look at it, and then I'm gonna call it for today. Might be too overpowering. I think there's a different font you can probably do instead. Like that. Yeah, I don't think we need it. I think we'll just, what we'll do is a snapshot of this real quick. Like that. Take a quick snapshot. We'll post this, and then next time we stream, we can take it from there. Just really have some fun with it. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. Bring it back here. Save. Oh, that's actually the pre-draw. So let's actually bring this back down to pre-draw. We'll go back up to outline. Outline, we're gonna draw basically the same thing, but tighten it up. Actually, this helmet is the actual drawing. That's the outline. I want that to be more center, too. Interesting that it's kind of like not centered. You know what? I'm not going to worry about that part being centered just right now, because I don't think it's really going to help us in the long run. I think we'll just draw it right now, and then we'll center it after we do the actual outline. But as far as right now, I think we've got a good start. We're in a good place. And yeah, there's our Dr. Fate. It's going to be pretty cool. All right, until next time.